What's up, guys? Mr. Madness here. Today we're gonna have a video on the Glock. This is the 20, the Gen 5. I figure why not do a video before, they're going to the new V model, and I just picked this one up not too long ago, and I wanted to get one, like I said, before they go to the V model. And I got this one equipped with Trijicon, the new RMR HD, guys. This thing is pretty sweet. You got that auto sensor in the front. It automatically adjusts. It's pretty cool. Then I got the forward controls plate on there. You pick that dot up there. It's pretty cool. You can change the reticle then. Yeah, like I said, I got the forward controls plate on there. It's supposed to be a really good plate for this application. It's got a 4.6-inch barrel. Guys, over the weekend, I shot two hogs with this baby. And we skun them and used them for ground them up with their venison. But one shot with each. I picked up some Federal 180 grain, that bonded stuff, that trophy stuff works sweet. And yeah, we're gonna do some shooting, but I just want to compare quick with, this is the SIG, the P365, the AXG. This one's all metal frame, super sweet gun, but I just want to compare in the size, guys, how big the Glock 20 is. I don't have a Glock 19 handy right now, otherwise I'd use that. But yeah, it's a big gun. But I plan on using this, down the road for if I go elk hunting or something, just for a good bear defense or, mountain lions and shit like that. Just, I know it's going to knock them down. Those are 300-pound hogs, guys, those pigs that I shot, and it knocked them right out. I was impressed. It took them down quick. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to do a quick trigger test on this. Glock's they're not known for their triggers. They're known just for the reliability. This thing I can throw in the mud or do whatever the hell I want with this gun, and it's always going to work. And that's why I went with this optic, guys. Just because the Glock, this frame, the whole setup of this, I know it's gonna work, and I wanted to put an optic on there that I know it's gonna work always. And one thing I think is cool about this optic, guys, you see how it has like this kind of, you little dip in there? You have that kind of minus sign right there. That's supposed to be, if something ever did happen to the glass on here, you're supposed to be able to just aim at the torso or whatever you're shooting at, and you have a backup, some kind of a sight there. So I thought that was kind of cool from Trijicon. They went with that. But yeah, let's do a quick trigger test. I'm going to show you quick nothing in the pipe and just see where we're at. That broke hard. 7 pounds. So yeah, it's like I said, it's not it's not bad though. You got some take up. I mean, it's not a bad trigger. You got some take up right here, and you hit that wall. And there's mush, mush, mush. I mean, it's a Glock trigger. That reset, you got mush, and it breaks. It's nothing like the AXG, guys. I mean, this thing, it's a nice trigger. This is Legion. Little take up, then it's right there, but the reset on this one's really nice. I mean, it's just right there. But, them are two totally different style guns also. We're gonna shoot from right here. We got this is about 15 yards away from right here, maybe 20 yards, and I have this gun sighted in for 15 yards. But we're gonna see how it does. I did sight it in, guys, with the different ammo that I was using, because I was gonna try shooting deer with this year too, but I never got one close enough. So I did sight in with different ammo, and we're gonna see how it works now with just 180 grain, this cheap. I just got this cheap Blazer 180 FMJ, so we'll see how it does. All right, here we go. I'm going to put a few on target, and then we'll walk up close and dump the rest of the mag. Right there. I'll tell you guys, 10 mil, this thing hits with authority. You guys used to 9 mil or even 40. This, it uses the same exact bullet is the 40, but it's just a different casing. It's a 10 mil, just has a lot more horsepower, Let's try hitting that smaller one. That's probably a 4-inch plate to the right. Yeah, right on there. All right, let's walk up closer and dump the rest. All right, guys. Right now, I'd say this is actually like 15 yards. That was 25 yards. So the impact didn't change too much from sighted in at 15 versus 25. I'll tell you, this thing's just ringing freedom, guys. I love it. It just hits with authority. It's awesome. I got to get used to this trigger, you know. It's I only have this Glock, and then I have the older original Glock 43, the single stack. So these are the only 2 Glocks I have. Not super used to them, so. All right, guys. Another 16 downrange. And remember, guys, especially with the caliber like this, 10 millimeter, you want to make sure you're in a good stance. You got your feet spread out a little bit, you know, so you're not really bobbly back and forth. Here we go. I'll tell you guys, this optic and this setup for 10 millimeter, pretty badass. All right, what's your guys' thoughts on the Glock 20, on the Gen 5? Are you guys gonna like the V series? I like the idea of, you know, this thing's a proven, just the original Glock, it's proven, that trigger's proven, you know it's gonna work, the gun's gonna work. So that's why I went with this, and I didn't want to get the V model. What's your guys' thoughts on that? I want it in the comments. Put it in the, put it in the comments below. Do you guys want the V model, or are you gonna stick and try and purchase one of the older styles? What's your guys' thoughts? What optic would you guys have put on here? Would you guys have put an aim point on? You know, a closed emitter? I wouldn't. Like I said, I just went with this just because I know it's a very robust setup. And you guys do me a favor, make sure to check out my page. I got a lot of videos on there. And share this video to a good friend. You guys hit that subscribe and like button. Have a wonderful day.